Welcome to our video, a heartfelt space to honor and remember those we've recently lost, along with others who have left lasting impacts on our lives. Today, we'll reflect on their incredible journeys, celebrate their legacies, and hold their cherished memories close. Additionally, we'll discuss the recent challenges faced by WWE star Roman Reigns, which have deeply resonated with fans worldwide. Join us in celebrating their stories and ensuring their legacies endure. Subscribe and be part of our inspiring and supportive community. Masa Saito, born Masanori Saito, was a legendary Japanese professional wrestler known for his powerful, hard-hitting style and technical prowess. A prominent figure in both Japan and the United States, Saito made a significant impact in the world of professional wrestling during the 1970s and 1980s. His career was marked by his tough, no-nonsense in-ring persona, blending traditional Japanese wrestling techniques with a rugged, brawling style that earned him respect in promotions across the world. Saito's international success was most notable in the WWF, where he became one of the first Japanese wrestlers to make a significant impact in American wrestling. His career took a controversial turn when he was involved in the infamous McDonald's incident alongside Ken Patera in 1984. Leading to a prison sentence in 1984 in the U.S. Despite this setback, Saito's in-ring legacy remained strong, and he returned to Japan, where he became a major star in New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW. His most memorable rivalry was with Antonio Inoki, culminating in their brutal island match, a legendary contest that showcased Saito's endurance and toughness. Saito's influence extended beyond the ring, helping bridge the gap between Japanese and American wrestling. He remained a respected figure in the sport until his passing on October 14, 2022, at the age of 76. Saito's was attributed to complications from dementia, a condition that had affected his later years. Despite his health struggles, his legacy as a pioneer in the wrestling world endures, celebrated by fans and wrestlers alike for his contributions to the sport and his unmatched toughness. Matt Cappotelli, born on November 12, 1979, in Louisville, Kentucky, was a promising professional wrestler whose career and life were marked by both success and significant personal struggles. Cappotelli first rose to prominence in 2004 as a winner of WWE's Tough Enough 3, a reality competition designed to find new wrestling talent. His charisma, athleticism, and dedication earned him a WWE contract and a promising future in the company. Cappotelli began his in-ring career in WWE's developmental territory, Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW, quickly becoming a fan favorite due to his strong wrestling abilities and approachable personality. However, Matt's rising career took a devastating turn in 2005 when he was diagnosed with a brain tumor. The diagnosis forced him to undergo surgery and chemotherapy, sidelining his wrestling career. Despite the setback, Cappotelli's resilience was evident as he returned to OVW in 2007 after successfully fighting off cancer. Unfortunately, in 2017, Matt's battle with illness took another tragic twist when doctors discovered that his brain cancer had returned. He was diagnosed with glioblastoma, a rare and aggressive form of brain cancer. Matt Cappotelli, after a courageous and prolonged battle with glioblastoma. His shocked the wrestling community as he was admired not only for his wrestling potential, but also for his strength and positivity throughout his illness. Despite a short-lived career, his legacy endures, inspiring others with his determination, kindness, and tenacity in the face of adversity. Cappotelli's story remains a powerful reminder of the physical and emotional toll cancer can have, especially on athletes. Christin Able, 1984 to 2016, was a promising professional wrestler whose career, though brief, left a lasting impact on the independent wrestling scene. From the United States, she was known for her dedication to the sport, honing her skills through rigorous training. Able debuted in the early 2000s and quickly gained attention for her athleticism, high-energy performances, and charisma. She stood out for her ability to connect with fans and create compelling matches that showcased her versatility in the ring. Competing in several promotions throughout her career, Able earned respect from both her peers and fans, becoming a beloved figure within the wrestling community. She was admired for her work ethic and her commitment to constantly improving her craft. Despite her growing reputation, her career was tragically cut short. Christin Able, a loss that shook the wrestling world, her was ruled a result of complications related to mental health struggles, particularly depression, which had been exacerbated by the pressures of the demanding wrestling industry. Mental health challenges are a significant issue in professional sports, and Abel's passing highlighted the need for better support systems for athletes facing similar struggles. Though her life and career were tragically short, Christin Abel's legacy endures. She is remembered fondly by those who knew her, and her story serves as a reminder of the importance of mental health awareness within the wrestling community. Aspiring wrestlers continue to be inspired by her talent, perseverance, and the impact she made in such a short time. Lanny Mark Poffo, born on December 28, 1954, in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, was a professional wrestler and actor who gained fame for his work in World Wrestling Entertainment (WWE) and his role as Leaping Lanny Poffo. As the brother of the iconic Randy Macho Man Savage, Poffo carved out his own legacy in the wrestling world, known for his unique persona, athleticism, and high-flying moves. Poffo began his wrestling career in the mid-1970s, making a name for himself in regional promotions before joining WWE. His persona, which included poetic taunts and impressive aerial maneuvers, set him apart from his peers. Poffo's agility and technical prowess earned him respect within the wrestling community, and his creative approach to the sport solidified his place in its history. Known for his signature gimmick of reciting poems to mock his opponents, Poffo engaged fans with his colorful personality and captivating in-ring style. His feuds with prominent wrestlers, including Randy Savage and others, helped showcase his in-ring skill and storytelling ability. Despite being overshadowed by his brother's fame, Poffo's contributions to professional wrestling left a lasting impression. Poffo's health began to decline in his later years. In 2023, it was reported that he had been battling health issues for some time. The cause of was revealed to be complications from heart disease. His passing marked the loss of a unique and inventive figure in the wrestling world. Lanny Poffo's legacy lives on through his contributions to the sport, his creativity, and the memorable persona he created, continuing to be cherished by fans and colleagues. Nelson Frazier Jr., better known by his wrestling persona Big Daddy Fee, was born on February 14, 1971. Standing at 6 feet 9 inches and tipping the scales at over 500 pounds during his prime, Frazier's imposing physical presence made him a standout in the world of professional wrestling. Frazier's journey in wrestling began in the mid-1990s, where he initially competed in the United States Wrestling Association, USWA, under the name Mabel. He joined the WWF, now WWE, in 1993 as part of the tag team Men on a Mission with Mo. Though the duo had a brief run of success, it was Frazier's transformation into Viscera in the early 2000s that solidified his place in wrestling history. As Viscera, he became a key member of The Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness faction and later carved out a respected singles career. His larger-than-life personality and in-ring skills, including his agility despite his size, earned him numerous memorable feuds and storylines. After leaving WWE in 2008, Frazier continued to wrestle on the independent circuit, but struggled with various health issues, particularly those related to his weight, tragically due to heart complications. His health problems were exacerbated by his obesity, which was a contributing factor to his heart-related issues. Despite the challenges he faced in his personal life, Big Daddy V's legacy endures. He is fondly remembered for his unique persona, his contributions to WWE's mid-90s and early 2000s era, and his ability to entertain fans around the world with his larger-than-life character. Bruiser Brody, born Frank Donald Goodish, was a legendary professional wrestler whose raw intensity and fearless persona earned him a lasting place in the annals of wrestling history. Standing over 6 feet tall and weighing more than 300 pounds, Brody was a physical powerhouse known for his wild brawling style. His signature matches were often chaotic, spilling out of the ring and into the audience, an approach that set him apart from many of his contemporaries. His brutal and unpredictable demeanor captivated fans, cementing him as one of the most feared figures in professional wrestling. Brody's career spanned multiple continents, leaving his mark on major promotions such as World Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW. He was known for his fierce rivalries with wrestling greats like Abdullah the Butcher, Stan Hansen, and the Von Erich family. These intense feuds helped shape the culture of wrestling in the territories where Brody performed. However, Brody's maverick approach to wrestling and his refusal to conform to the business norms of the time also made him a controversial figure. He was often seen as a rebellious force, unafraid to stand up for what he believed in, even if it meant going against authority. Tragically, Brody's life was cut short when he was murdered on July 17, 1988, in a locker room in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, during a wrestling tour. The incident occurred after an altercation with fellow wrestler Jose Gonzalez, who is believed to have fatally stabbed Brody in a dispute over money. Brody's shocked the wrestling world and highlighted the darker side of the business, leaving a legacy that is remembered for both his contributions to wrestling and the mystery surrounding his untimely demise. John Huber, known in the wrestling world as Luke Harper, was born on December 16, 1979, in Rochester, New York. He made a name for himself in the wrestling community with his unique blend of power and agility, beginning his career on the independent circuit. After working with promotions like Chikara and Ring of Honor, Huber signed with WWE in 2012, where he gained widespread recognition. He became a key member of the Wyatt family, a cult-like faction led by Bray Wyatt. As the intimidating enforcer, Huber's portrayal of Luke Harper added a menacing presence to the group. His time in WWE also included winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championship with Eric Rowan as the Bludgeon Brothers, showcasing his versatility and impressive in-ring ability. Throughout his career, Harper was admired for his hard-hitting style, agility, and captivating presence in the ring. However, his legacy extended beyond his wrestling persona, as Huber was widely respected for his kindness, work ethic, and professionalism both in and out of the ring. Tragically, John Huber, just days after revealing his diagnosis of a non-COVID-related lung condition. The official cause of was later confirmed as a heart attack brought on by a long battle with the condition. Huber's was a devastating blow to his family, including his wife Amanda and their 2 children, as well as to the wrestling community. He was mourned by fans and fellow wrestlers alike, remembered for his immense talent, humility, and the indelible mark he left on the sport. Absolute Andy, born Andreas Ullmann on June 1, 1983, in Krefeld, Germany, was a celebrated figure in the European wrestling scene, particularly known for his impactful run in Westside Extreme Wrestling, WX. A versatile performer, Andy was recognized for his blend of technical wrestling, power moves, and captivating charisma. He easily switched between being a fan-favorite babyface and a cocky villainous heel, which contributed to his widespread appeal. Andy started his wrestling journey in the early 2000s, quickly rising in the German independent circuit. His persona as Absolute Andy became synonymous with confidence and showmanship. He achieved great success in WXW, where he won the WXW Unified World Wrestling Championship twice, becoming one of the promotion's top stars. He also had memorable feuds with notable wrestlers like Gunther, formerly Walter, Ilya Dragunov, and Karsten Beck, shaping some of WXW's most iconic rivalries. Alongside his singles accomplishments, Andy had a strong tag team presence, further solidifying his adaptability. Beyond the ring, Andy played an instrumental role as a trainer, helping to mentor future generations of European wrestlers, further cementing his legacy within the industry. His ability to reinvent his character kept him relevant for many years. Tragically, Andy, due to complications related to a long-term illness, has deeply impacted the wrestling community, as he was admired not only for his in-ring talent, but also for his contributions to wrestling's growth in Europe. Andy's legacy remains a cornerstone of German wrestling, and he is remembered as a key figure in elevating WXW and European wrestling on the global stage. Leati Joseph Anoa'i, more widely known by his wrestling moniker Roman Reigns, was born on May 25, 1985, in Pensacola, Florida. Hailing from the renowned Anoa'i wrestling family, Reigns' lineage positioned him for greatness in WWE from an early age. However, the path to professional wrestling was not immediately apparent for him. Before stepping into the squared circle, Roman's true passion lay in football. A natural athlete, football dreams, and early struggles. From high school, Reigns stood out as a natural athlete, excelling in football. His athletic prowess led him to a college football career at the Georgia Institute of Technology, where he played defensive tackle. Reigns' football journey was a testament to his determination and skill, and his promising performances earned him a brief opportunity in the NFL. He had short stints with the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Unfortunately, injuries derailed his football ambitions, and Reigns' dream of a professional football career was cut short. Despite the disappointment of leaving football behind, this setback would prove to be a pivotal moment in Reigns' life. With his athletic talent still at the forefront, Roman transitioned into the world of professional wrestling, where his family legacy had already paved the way for him to leave a lasting mark. The road to WWE, from football to wrestling. In 2010, after stepping away from football, Reigns made his move into professional wrestling by signing a developmental contract with WWE, assigned to Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW. The promotion's developmental territory at the time, he immersed himself in the wrestling world, training under some of the best in the business. As FCW evolved into NXT, Reigns was ready for his next challenge, though his early appearances didn't immediately place him in the spotlight. Initially, Reigns appeared as a cocky corporate-style heel, far from the dominant powerhouse that fans would later come to know. However, Reigns' true breakout moment came in 2012, when WWE introduced The Shield, a faction made up of 3 talented men who would change the landscape of the company. The Shield debuted at Survivor Series 2012, interfering in the WWE Championship match and attacking Ryback, establishing themselves as merciless disruptors intent on taking down WWE's top stars. The Shield, a force to be reckoned with. The formation of The Shield marked a pivotal moment in Roman Reigns' career. Alongside Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, Reigns became part of one of the most influential and dominant factions in wrestling history. Known for their unmatched aggression and commitment to causing chaos, The Shield quickly became fan favorites for their ruthless efficiency and memorable matches. Reigns, in particular, stood out in the group due to his raw power and devastating finishing move, the spear. His intensity in the ring, combined with his natural strength, made him a formidable force. The trio went on to capture the WWE Tag Team Championships and took part in several unforgettable rivalries with the likes of John Cena, The Rock, and even The Authority. Their work together set the stage for each member's future as single stars. In 2014, however, the group was torn apart when Seth Rollins betrayed his Shield brothers, leading to the faction's disbandment. While this split was a defining moment in the group's story, it simultaneously marked the beginning of Roman Reigns' rise as a singles competitor, setting him on the path to becoming WWE's top star. Roman Reigns' singles career, battling critics and establishing legacy. After the Shield's breakup, WWE began positioning Roman Reigns as the next face of the company. His talents in the ring, as well as his imposing physical presence, made him an obvious choice to carry WWE's top titles. However, his rise to the main event was met with a fair amount of resistance, particularly from the fan base. Many believed that Reigns was being pushed too aggressively, with fans rallying against what they saw as a forced push. Despite this backlash, Reigns continued to rise to the occasion. In 2015, he won the Royal Rumble and earned the opportunity to headline WrestleMania 31 against Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The match itself was hard-hitting, and though Reigns did not win the title, his performance cemented him as a credible main eventer. His feud with Lesnar would continue to define much of his early singles career, with the two men clashing at multiple high-profile events. In addition to Lesnar, Reigns found himself in high-profile matches with WWE legends such as The Undertaker, Triple H, and John Cena. The build-up to his matches often came with intense moments of rivalry, but despite his in-ring prowess, Reigns' relationship with the audience was far from simple. Fans continued to voice their displeasure with his push, as many felt that he was being put in the position of the top star too soon. Despite the controversy, Reigns was determined to prove himself. his performances in the ring continued to improve, with his hard-hitting style and unmatched physicality earning him a reputation as one of WWE's most dominant competitors. Eventually, after a series of victories and rivalries, he claimed the WWE Universal Championship at SummerSlam 2018, securing his spot as WWE's top champion. A personal battle: Roman Reigns versus leukemia. The moment that truly tested Roman Reigns' resilience, however, came in October 2018. In an emotional segment on Monday Night Raw, Reigns made a shocking revelation to the WWE Universe. He had been battling leukemia for over a decade, with the disease returning after being in remission since 2008. Reigns announced that due to his health struggles, he would be relinquishing the WWE Universal Championship and stepping away from the ring indefinitely. The news rocked the wrestling world, with fans and wrestlers alike expressing their heartfelt support for Reigns. The announcement also highlighted the strength and vulnerability of the superstar, who had been playing the role of the indomitable champion for so long. For Reigns, this was a personal battle, and fans were devastated to see the superstar face such a dire challenge. However, Reigns would not be defined by his illness. After months of treatment, Reigns returned to WWE in February 2019 with the incredible news that his leukemia was once again in remission. The cheers from the WWE Universe echoed throughout the arena as Reigns made his triumphant comeback, a moment that solidified his place not only as a champion in the ring, but as a symbol of resilience and hope for those facing similar struggles. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns' career. Reinvention. Upon his return, Roman Reigns began the most defining transformation of his career. In 2020, Reigns adopted the persona of the Tribal Chief, a role that would define the next era of his WWE journey. Aligning himself with the legendary Paul Heyman, Reigns embraced a more intense, calculating, and dominant character. As the Tribal Chief, Reigns asserted his position as the head of the Anoa'i family and the ruler of WWE, aligning himself with his cousins, the Usos, and eventually Solo Sikoa. This new version of Reigns was unlike anything fans had seen before. He was more calculated, more ruthless, and his in-ring abilities were sharper than ever. He captured the Universal Championship once again and embarked on one of the most historic title reigns in WWE history, defending the championship against some of WWE's most iconic figures, including Edge, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar. His dominance was undeniable, and the Tribal Chief persona helped him craft an aura of invincibility that only grew with time. Injury struggles. The reality of wrestling. Like all top stars, Roman Reigns has faced his share of injuries throughout his career. Among the most recent was a storyline injury suffered at the 2024 Royal Rumble, where Reigns was attacked by Seth Rollins after both men were eliminated from the match. Rollins, in true villain fashion, assaulted Reigns with two devastating stomps, one of which was executed on the steel ring steps. Rumors quickly spread online about the possibility of a legitimate injury to Reigns during the attack. However, these rumors were quickly debunked, and Reigns' physical condition was confirmed to be good. This incident highlighted the fine line between WWE's scripted storylines and real-life events, with many fans unsure about the authenticity of the injuries sustained in high-stakes matches. Throughout his career, Reigns has experienced several injuries, including concussions, shoulder issues, and a significant nose injury that required surgery in 2016. While these injuries have temporarily sidelined him at times, Reigns has always come back stronger, showing his unparalleled resilience in the face of adversity. The truth about Roman Reigns' health. Setting the record straight. One of the most persistent rumors surrounding Roman Reigns is the speculation about his leukemia. Since his return from remission, there have been numerous unfounded rumors claiming that Reigns was at risk of a relapse or that WWE was hiding his health concerns from the public. These rumors have been addressed by Reigns himself, who has clarified that he continues to take oral chemotherapy as part of his long-term treatment. This form of chemotherapy helps prevent the recurrence of leukemia and has not impacted his ability to perform at the highest level in WWE. In addition to the health rumors, there have been reports suggesting that WWE is planning to phase Reigns out due to health concerns. These claims are entirely baseless. Reigns remains one of WWE's top draws and continues to dominate the wrestling scene, with his part-time schedule being a strategic decision to enhance his character's mystique and to prolong his career. Roman Reigns' legacy and future in WWE. Roman Reigns has already solidified his place as one of WWE's greatest stars of all time. From his days as part of The Shield to his current reign as the Tribal Chief, Reigns has continually reinvented himself, overcoming both external criticism and personal challenges along the way. His fight with leukemia, as well as his ability to perform through a variety of injuries, speaks volumes about his character and determination. As for the future, Reigns' WWE journey shows no signs of slowing down. While there is speculation about when he will drop the Universal Championship, it is clear that he will continue to be a central figure in WWE for years to come. Whether he transitions into a part-time role, much like fellow WWE legends The Rock and John Cena, or remains a dominant full-time competitor, one thing is certain: Roman Reigns has already achieved a Hall of Fame-worthy career. Conclusion: more than a champion, Roman Reigns' story is one of resilience, strength, and evolution. From a promising football career to his rise in WWE, from battling leukemia to becoming the most dominant champion of his era, Reigns' career reflects his perseverance in overcoming every challenge life has thrown at him. With his unmatched presence in the ring, his leadership within the bloodline, and his ability to silence critics time and time again, Roman Reigns has not only become the head of the table, he has cemented his legacy as one of WWE's greatest champions, whose influence will be felt for generations to come.